Going in with the left hand, and Gloria Brewer says no entry. Back down to number 4, and she's going to drive the baseline and get it back out. And it's back out to, and slapped away. It's slapped away by Shook, gathered in by Brewer. Brewer going to go all the way down and be fouled on the play as she goes up with the layup. That's going to put Gloria Brewer on the line, shooting 2. And I'll give you the numbers there. We'll see who that was on. Did you see who that was on? I didn't either. Maybe they'll announce it, and they didn't. It's going to butt Gloria Brewer. Everything's quiet in the gym at the moment. First one's up, and that one's no good. Uncharacteristically there for Brewer. Hopefully she'll just settle in and make the second one. She generally corrects it. And one shot here coming, second of 2. First one was no good. It is 4-0, Cats in the lead. And that one's good, nothing but net by Brewer. And Vaughn inbounds the basketball, and they get it up to number 10, Birch. Birch with the basketball, and she pulls it back out. Gets it to number 1, Vaughn. Vaughn back to Birch, and it's tipped, and nice block there by Brewer. You get it back out to Bullock. Bullock with the basketball. Thought about going left, gets it back up top to Birch. Birch tapped away by Barnes on the steal. Barnes is going to go all the way down and pull up and put it up, and no good. Tries to get her own rebound, not able to do so, but Bookwalter comes away with it. Bookwalter, good fighting for the ball there by the Cats. Oh, and Ruddle comes in with a steal. Barnes for 3, no good. Rebounded by Shook. Shook gonna look back out for Ruddle with the little jumper, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. Cats getting some rebounds here early. Shook puts up for a little jumper, no good. Rebounded, slapped out of bounds almost out of bounds by Barnes. Rebounded by the Tigers there on the fast break, and they go up, no good. Rebounded by Shook. Shook, yeah, she was fouled on the play, gets it to Brewer. Brewer with the basketball, but no foul called. Brewer has the ball almost stolen away, but keeps the handle. It's going to stay Wildcat basketball. 5-0, Cats in the lead. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brewer to inbound the basketball. So it's Brewer, Bookwalter, Shook, Ruddle, and Barnes for the Cats. Barnes feeling the pressure from behind, puts up the left hand and in. Barnes with 4 points early on. It's 7-0, Cats in the lead. And Bullock with the basketball, tries to get it up. It's tipped by the Cats, and Barnes comes away with the steal, hands it to Brewer. Brewer for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bullock. Bullock with the basketball being guarded tightly by Ruddle. And they get it over to Birch. Birch with the basketball. Birch comes up for the Tigers. And Birch still dribbling. Gets it down to Bullock on the left side, far left side, down to Vaughn. Vaughn being guarded by Barnes. Up top to Kenter. Kenter with the basketball. Kenter swings it over to Bullock again. Back to Kenter on the left side. Fakes the 3. Stolen away by Barnes. Barnes going to drive all the way down. She's going to put it up and in for 2 with the contact and made it through it. 9-0. Cats in the lead. Barnes with an early 6 points here. She is now 6 points away from 1,000. It's stolen away by Shook. Shook gets it up to Bookwalter. Bookwalter should just take her time and put it in, and she does. That's going to be a timeout called. It is going to be a timeout called. It's a 30-second timeout by Coach Roscoe. Calls the timeout. It's 11-0 run for your Cats here out of the gate. Dropping the hammer early. 4 minutes to go. That's halfway through this first quarter. Coach Roscoe calls that timeout. And so far, scoring-wise, Barnes has 6, I believe. Barnes has 6. Bookwalter has 2. And Shook has 2. That's the scoring. And Brewer has 1. That makes the total of 11. And thank you for joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Wildcats brought to you by American Senior Communities, Chicago's Pizza, DLZ Corporation, Distinctive Kitchen and Bath, Franklin Muffler Brakes and More, Gaylor Electric, Greenwood Auto Tire, In His Hands Orphans Outreach, Integrity Real Estate, JLP Electric, Meyer Groceries, NASCO Industries, Public Servants Prayer, Taylor University, Thai Spice and Thai Connection. 11-0, Cats in the lead. And the Tigers inbound the basketball. Full court press being applied by the Cats. Bullock with the basketball crosses the timeline. Bullock gets it down to Birch. Birch tries to get it back to Bullock. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay Tigers basketball. Good defense being applied there by the Cats. Kenter to inbound the basketball. Brewer, Shook, Woodard, Ruddle, and Roscoe on the court for your Cats on the subs. Try to get it down inside to 33 Bibbs, who gets it back out to number 4, Kenter. And then Birch rebounds. He gets it to Bullock. Bullock is going to be a travel right before she put the ball down. Travel call, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball on the turnover. Sarah Roscoe to inbound the basketball. Roscoe gets it into Ruddle. Ruddle comes up the court. Ruddle calls the play. 11-0. 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Ruddle over to Shook on the left side, down in the corner to Roscoe. Roscoe gets it inside to Woodard. Woodard tries to get it to Brewer. Slapped away, and it's stolen away by the Tigers, and that is number 4, Kenter. Kenter with the basketball. Kenter with the left-hand dribble tries to work her way in. Bullock with the basketball. Thought about going baseline. Stopped by Ruddle. They get it back up top and restart the offense to Woods. Woods over to Birch on the right side. Birch looking, tries to get inside to Bullock, and does. Gets it back out to Bibbs. Bibbs up top to number 10. Birch for 3. No good. Air ball out of bounds, and it's Wildcat basketball. And Bookwalter checks back in for the Cats, and Louis Shook takes a break. And Hollywood gets it in to Ruddle. Ruddle with the basketball. Comes across the timeline. Ruddle being guarded by Bullock. And Ruddle out to Brewer. Brewer being guarded by number 4, Kenter. Brewer goes inside. No good. And it's rebounded by the Tigers, and they're going to come away with the basketball and get it up to number 3, Woods. Woods with the basketball, going to try to go inside, and does. That's going to be a charge. Oh, he thought about it for just a second. He started to put his hand behind his head and decided instead to go with the block. Oh, she was planted like a tree, but it doesn't go for her this time. She's going to have to, coach is going to ask what happened there, but he's just going to say that's the way it was. That's just the way he saw it. He almost put his hand behind his head to call the charge. Good defense being applied there by the Cats. And the first point is scored by Woods. That's number 3, Woods, for the Tigers. She receives the ball for the second of 2. Dribbles twice, sets, shoots off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer with the basketball, going to come up that left side. Brewer, oh, she is. That's good. That's a move. That's a block, and she certainly had a block there, trying to move in front of Brewer. That was a tough foul, hard foul actually. And 4, Kenter went down pretty hard on that one, but she just stepped in front of Brewer. Definitely not set on that one. Hollywood to inbound the basketball, gets it into Roscoe. Gets it into Ruddle. So, nice give and go there by the Cats. Ruddle gave it to Woodard. Woodard back to Ruddle and in for 2. It's 13-1. Cats with a 12-point lead, their largest lead of the game. And number 3, Woods with the basketball, gets it up top to Kenter for 3. No good. Rebounded by Hollywood. She was right in position, and it's going to be almost stolen away. Bookwalter has the basketball, though. She picked it up. Bookwalter gets it up top to Roscoe. Roscoe gets hit, and they get it back out to Woodard. Just ran into her there. And they get it up top to Ruddle. Ruddle going to drive inside the lane, and might have been a travel. There it is. That's a travel. Kicked it back out to Brewer, but the shot was no good, and it was also going to be after the foul, or the travel call. Turnover by the Cats. And number 4 to inbound the basketball and gets it in. And the Tigers trying to come up. Cats doing a little bit of a trap in the backcourt. And number 3, Woods, has the basketball, going to go all the way inside and put it up, and no good off the glass. Rebounded by Ruddle. Ruddle to come up the court. Ruddle across the timeline. Ruddle gives it down low to Roscoe. Roscoe thought about the 3. She's going to drive inside the paint instead. Get it to Ruddle on the weak side. Ruddle tries to get it inside to Shook. And, look at that. Look at Roscoe. She's a scrappy player. Goes in there and ties it up. Does Roscoe, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. And Ruddle's going to take a break, and Barnes is going to check back in for the Cats. 13-1, Cats the 12-point lead. 1 minute, 4 seconds to go in the first. Roscoe slaps the ball. Cats looking to get it in. They do get it into Woodard. It's no good. It's actually tipped, and it should be state Wildcat basketball, and it does. It was blocked by the Tigers. 13-1. 1 minute to go exactly left in the first quarter. Bookwalter get the ball in, gets it into Roscoe. Roscoe thought about the 3. You could just see it. And then gets it underneath the Shook for 2. Nice pass there by Roscoe. Nice unselfish play. Thought about the layup and instead gave it over. And it's going to be kicked. Nope, no kick there. Then gathered in by Vaughn. Vaughn with the basketball. Vaughn hands it off to Woods at the top of the key. Vaughn for three. Off the backboard, the bank is open late at night here in downtown Indianapolis. The bank is still open, 15-4. Cats ahead by 11. And it is tipped, so Roscoe still has the ball, and it was almost stolen away by the Tigers. Deep three ball by Bookwalter, no good. Rebounded. It's going to be out of bounds on Barnes. It's going to be Tigers basketball, 15-4. Cats' largest lead was 14 a moment ago with that three hit by Woods. And number 3, Woods is going to come up the court and give it to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Woods. Back to Vaughn for 3. It's offline. Going to be rebounded by Louis Shook with 3 seconds to go. And it's stolen away by the Tigers. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. After 1, the home team, the Crispus Attucks Tigers with 4. Your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats with 15-4 at the end of 1. We'll give you our sponsors here in just a moment. If we have a couple of scores, we'll give those as well. Our statistician, Barnes, is working on that at the moment. All right, American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. ASCCare.com. Chicago's Pizza, our story is told in every slice. ChicagosPizza.com. Great to have you all. Oh, great to have you from Michigan. Thanks for joining us, Amy. DLZ Corporation, award-winning with more than 100 years of architectural and engineering experience serving the Midwest and beyond. DLZ.com. Distinctive Kitchen and Bath. Follow us on Instagram. Visit our Center Grove showroom or contact us at 317-201-8500. Franklin Muffler Brakes and More, your hometown car care center at 99 Morton Street in Franklin, Indiana. Gaylor Electric, reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, genuine care for people. It's all about reliability. Gaylor Electric, proud sponsor of your Indianapolis Colts and your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Greenwood Auto Tire, celebrating 40 years of service in Greenwood, and Southport AutoTireCare.com. Woods to inbound the basketball for the Tigers. Gets it into Bullock. Bullock with the basketball. Bullock comes up with a left-hand dribble and going to go all the way inside the paint and put it up. No good. Rebounded by Ruddle. Ruddle comes up the court, across the timeline, gets it over to Bookwalter. Bookwalter on the right side. Pulls it up, gets it into Barnes. Barnes to Shook for 2. No good. Rebounded. Nice play there by Brewer. Brewer jumps out of bounds, throws the ball back at the Tigers player. Out of the bounds on the Tigers. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. 2 new players checking in, or 1 new player checking in for the Tigers. Number 10 checks back in, Birch does, and number 44, Wooden, checks in for the Tigers as well. Ruddle with the basketball, gets it to Shook. Shook to Barnes inside, gets it on the weak side to Ruddle, who puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Louis Shook, who puts it up and in for 2. Cats extend that lead, 17-4. Lead by 13. Bullock with the basketball, being trapped. Down to Birch, back up to number 4. That's number 4, Kenter. Kenter gets it down to number 10, Birch. Birch throws it off Ruddle's leg, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be Tigers basketball. On the court for your Cats, it's Shook, Barnes, Brewer, Bookwalter, and Ruddle for the Cats. Tigers looking to get the ball in. They're looking. They get it in to number 1, Vaughn. Vaughn with the basketball outside the three-point range. Between the leg dribble, get top of the key, get it back out to number 10, Birch. Birch being guarded by Ruddle. Birch over to number 4. Kenter's going to drive the lane and put it up and in for 2. Nice take there by Kenter. That's 17-6. Cats lead is cut to 11. Ruddle with the basketball. Stops at the three-point line straight away. No good. Rebounded by Bullock for the Tigers. Gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn gets it slapped out, almost out of bounds there, but Birch with the basketball. Tries to get it underneath. Stolen away by Barnes. And she looks to Ruddle. Ruddle has the basketball. 17-6. Cats lead by 11. 6.5 to go in the half. Ruddle crosses the timeline. Ruddle being guarded by Birch. Ruddle down to Bookwalter. Bookwalter thought about the 3. Gets it inside to Ruddle, who scoops it up. No good. Rebounded by Ruddle. Back to Bookwalter, who puts it up and in for 2. Nice take there by Bookwalter. 19-6. Cats lead back up to 13. Birch with the basketball. Gets it back to Vaughn. Vaughn. And it's stolen away by Brewer. Brewer to Bookwalter. Bookwalter pulls it back. Reset the offense. Looking to get it inside. To get it into Brewer. Brewer inside the paint. Fade all in. Oh, look at Barnes. It was almost an alley-oop by Brewer into Barnes. Barnes put it in for the reverse layup for 2. 21-6. Cats with their largest lead at 15. And back up top. Back up top to Birch, being guarded by Ruddle. Birch tries to go inside the lane. Jump ball should be the call. It's not. Are they going to give a foul? That was a jump ball. They're going to give the foul to number 12, Gloria Brewer. Looked like she had her hand on top of the ball, not on the arm, but that's why I'm not wearing the black and white. And number 4 to inbound the basketball. Kenter gets it in to number 3, Woods for 3. No good. Rebounded by Louis Shook, who gets it to Ruddle. Ruddle going to come up, cross the timeline. 21-6. Brewer for 3. Offline, no good. Barnes takes the rebound, puts it up, no good. She's fouled on the play, though. Nice rebound there by Barnes. 21-6. Cats lead by 15. 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the half. It's going to put number 3, Barnes, on the line, shooting 2. And Barnes receives the ball. Completely quiet in the gym. Barnes settles and shoots. That one's in. Rolls right off the front of the rim and in. Bookwalter and Shook going to rebound for the Cats. Ruddle and Brewer behind Barnes. Barnes settles in. Dribbles 3 times. Sets and shoots. That one's good as well. Same exact spot. That's 23-6. That's Barnes with 8 points so far in the game. She has 10 points so far in the game. Wow, she may hit that 1,000 points in this game. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover on the Tigers. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. Brewer with the basketball, gets it to Ruddle. Ruddle crosses the timeline. Ruddle going to drive right, kick it out to Shook, inside to Barnes. Barnes back over to Shook for that 2-pointer. She does so well. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Shook, off of Brewer. And Shook for 2. It's good. Nice little jumper there by Louis Shook. It is now 25-6. Louis has 8 points as well. So the Shook-Barnes combo doing well tonight here. Bullock thought about the 3 being guarded by Brewer. Brewer blocked her earlier. And now to Kenter. Kenter over to Woods. Woods with the basketball being guarded by Bookwalter. She's going to go all the way down and kick it back up top. Tipped away by Bookwalter. Bookwalter scrambles for it at the half line. And they get it. They get it back to 23. And Barnes steals it away. Barnes looking for some help, pulls it up, gets it to Bookwalter. It's going to be out of bounds on the Tigers. It should be Wildcat basketball. It is. And Wildcat's going to sub in here, and that's going to be Roscoe coming in for Ruddle and Woodard coming in for Barnes. 25-6. Cats, their largest lead of the night at 19. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go. And the Tigers have subbed in as well. The Cats get it into Brewer. Brewer's going to go around and do the reverse layup as well. And good for Gloria Brewer. And the Tigers get it in. It's 27-6. Cats with the largest lead at 21. And Woods with the basketball. That's Kenter. Kenter with the basketball. Gets it to Birch. Birch swings it down to Bullock on the baseline on the left side. And stolen away by Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. Being guarded tightly by Kenter. Brewer. Oh, a nice no-look pass to Bookwalter for 3. No good. Rebounded by Bullock. Bullock with the basketball and gets it to Birch. Birch coming up the court for the Tigers. She gets it up to Woods. Woods tries to get it down low and does get it down low. And that's going to be to Bibbs. Bibbs is fouled on the play. That's number 33, Bibbs. And she's fouled by Holly Woodard. And that's going to be the 4th team foul on the Cats. I think that's Woodard's first personal foul. That puts Bibbs on the line shooting 2. Score right now, 27. That's the 3rd team foul. Okay, they already just put it up quickly. So 27-6, Cats lead by 21. Make that 20 as Bibbs makes the first of 2. It is. They put the score. They put the score on the wrong side. 27-7. They fixed it right quick. It said 28-6 for a minute there. They were just used to giving Cats the points, I guess. Second one's good by Bibbs, and so that's 27-8. Cats a 21-point lead. Now 19. 3.5 minutes to go. Oh, that was close by Roscoe. She handed it back to Brewer right around that line, but both of them were still behind the line. Brewer takes it all the way inside. No good. Rebounded by Bookwalter, who steps behind the 3. Gets it into Shook. Weak side to Brewer. Puts it up and in for 2. Cats putting on a passing clinic here tonight. 29-8. They lead by 21. And number 3, Woods, crosses the timeline, being guarded by Bookwalter. Woods, that's Birch. She stopped. I'm not sure that wasn't a travel, but 29-8. Back to Birch at the top of the key. Birch now straight away top of the key is Kenter. Kenter with the basketball, going to hand it to Bullock, and that's going to be a foul called on Brewer. Yeah, foul on Brewer. And they got a foul on the way by, I guess. And so Louis Shook's going to check out, as is Bookwalter, and Ruddle and Barnes going to check back in. I believe that's the second foul on Brewer and the fourth team foul. And Tigers come up, and they swing it to Bullock on the far right side for three. Rattles in and out, rebounded by Barnes, who gets it to Woodard, hands it off to Roscoe. Roscoe up the court for the Cats at the top of the key. Right side to Ruddle, inside to Barnes. Barnes going to go with the left hand, no good. Rebounded by Bibbs for the Tigers. Almost stolen away by Roscoe. Birch on the run. That was a carry. But Barnes gets the rebound. She held it by her head for a second while she took a couple, two carries. Barnes with a little jumper for two. Barnes is on fire tonight. Was that 12? That was 12 points. On those 2 points, Barnes has hit 1,000 points in her career with the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Big moment there for Barnes. She will be recognized soon, probably at the home game coming up on Saturday. That's a charge. Yes, it is. Woodard, planted like a tree, got the charge. That's going to be the fourth team foul on the Tigers. And Cats 31-28, or 31-8. I'm not sure who. It would have been probably 23 on the foul. And Ruddle brings the ball up. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go in the first half. Roscoe to Ruddle, top of the key. Ruddle is going to have the left-hand dribble. That was a carry as well. Gets it to Brewer. And she puts up the little jumper inside the lane for two. Nice touch there by Brewer. 33-18. Cats with a 25-point lead. And the Tigers with the basketball, and that is number 3, Woods, has the basketball, gets it to Kenter for three. No good, rebounded by Barnes. Cats are in position for the rebounds, and Ruddle with the basketball comes up the court, top of the key, hands it over to Woodard for three. No good, rims out, rebounded, battled for. Bibbs comes away with it for the Tigers, who gets it up to Bullock. No, it's going to be stolen away by Roscoe. Nice hustle there by Sarah Roscoe. Roscoe, 1 minute, just under 1 minute to go in the half. Roscoe with the basketball, gives it to Woodard. Woodard to Barnes on the right side. Barnes looks inside to Brewer. Nice pass inside to Brewer. Brewer sinks the 2-point bucket. Good look inside by Barnes as she saw Brewer cutting across the lane. 35-8 is the score. Cats lead by 27. 36 seconds to go. And the Tigers swing it down low, back up top to Bullock for three. No good. Rebounded by Brewer. 27 seconds to go. Brewer thought about the baseball pass to Roscoe and thought better of it. 35-28, 21 seconds to go. Brewer content to wait for the last shot of the half. 18 seconds, 17. Nobody's coming out to get her. She's just going to dribble out there and wait for the last shot. 12, 11, 10. Brewer goes in motion. She's going to drive left, go all the way, take the left-hand dribble. It's going to be tipped and rebounded by Bullock. Bullock, baseball pass up. They're going to have to shoot. Is Birch. Birch is going to have to get it off. Does get it off. No good. And the rebound controlled. Oh, sure. That'd be great. Thank you. Rebound controlled by the Cats, and that is the end of the first half. I'll give you a shot of the scoreboard here. It is 8 points for the Crispus Attucks Tigers, 35 for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. If my homeschool math serves me correctly, that is a 27-point lead for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats at the half against the Crispus Attucks Tigers at Ray Crow Court in downtown Indianapolis at the Crispus Attucks High School against these Tigers. So it's Wildcats versus the Tigers, and so far it's all Wildcats in this first half. And we'll give you a few stats here in just a moment as Coach Barnes double checks the stats. We're going to give you the rest of our sponsors. Meijer Groceries and more. Check out the Meijer app today or visit us at Meijer.com. NASCO Industries Incorporated. Protective outerwear solutions made in the USA. NASCOInc.com. Public Servants Prayer, providing prayer and pastoral care in the political arena. Follow us on social media for prayer updates or find us online at thepsp.org. Taylor University, academic excellence dedicated to truth. Visit us at taylor.edu. Thai Spice and Thai Connection. Visit Thai Spice in Indianapolis, a Thai Connection in Columbus for authentic Thai cuisine. You just heard the cheering from the Wildcat bench where it was announced that Emma Barnes has hit that 1,000 career point total as her teammates give her that round of applause, and she'll get that presentation probably coming up at the home game on Saturday. But big milestone there for Barnes, who's coming back from that ACL reconstructive surgery, and so thrilled to see her back out on the court competing at a high level tonight. 12 points so far for your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats player number 3, Emma Barnes, who hits that 1,000 point career milestone this evening. Back up top to our sponsors. We'll go through them. Back to where we were a moment ago. And so, yes, Amy Shook, we will get the Shookism here. I have 8 more minutes. So if anybody wants to submit a Shookism, I do have one from Coach Shook. And I know that's why you all are tuning in here, listening for the Shookism here at the halftime. I do have it. I'll give it to you as soon as I get through with our sponsors. American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. ASCCare.com. Chicago's Pizza. Our story is told in every slice. Chicago'sPizza.com. DLZ Corporation, award-winning with more than 100 years of architectural and engineering experience, serving the Midwest and beyond. DLZ.com. Distinctive Kitchen and Bath. Follow us on Instagram. Visit our Center Grove showroom or contact us at 317-201-8500. Franklin Muffler Brakes and More, your hometown car care center at 99 Morton Street in Franklin, Indiana. Gaylor Electric, reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, genuine care for people. It's all about reliability. Greenwood Auto Tire, celebrating 40 years of service in Greenwood and Southport. AutoTireCare.com. In His Hands Orphans Outreach, changing the lives of orphans in His Hands.org. Integrity Real Estate, making your real estate goals a slam dunk. RealIntegrity.com. And now for tonight's Shookism. And we hopefully will keep going here. It does say my battery is running a little bit hot, but Coach Shook asks, what kind of doctor is Dr. Pepper? What kind of doctor is Dr. Pepper? He is a physician. Wow, Coach Shook, that was really one for the ages here tonight. That was pretty bad. But we're grateful for your submission, Coach Shook. We thank you very much for the Shookism of the night. In fact, we got the Bishop Chittard head coach is sitting to my right watching the game this evening, and he has chimed in several times helping us out, and he's enjoying watching the game. But Coach Shook, he did say that was pretty bad, but he did have a smile on his face, so I think he knows what a good dad joke is when he hears one. I do have one more for you. I forgot it last week. I couldn't remember it. Hopefully I'll remember it tonight. What happens when Superman beats up Batman? What do you get when Superman beats up Batman? You get a bruised Wayne. You get a bruised Wayne. All right. Well, the fans in the stands are groaning, sighing, holding their head. It's getting painful in here. Groan by Amy Shook. But aren't you proud of your brother? Those Shookisms are just wonderful. We're thankful for Coach Shook submitting those Shookisms faithfully every game, and we know that's why you tune in, because what happens is after I give the Shookism, a bunch of you drop off watching, and so I've discovered that it's because you wait and listen for the Shookism of the day, and then you're done listening. It has nothing to do with the fact that the score is 35-8. We know that it's because you just hang on to listen to the Shookism. We'll give you your stats here as Coach Barnes has come back. Yes, always proud, always proud. Thank you so much, Amy. All right, stats so far for the evening. Leading all scorers this evening, it is number 3, Emma Barnes, who has scored those 12 points that she needed to get those 1,000 points. So Emma Barnes leads all scorers with 12. And Gloria Brewer has chimed in with 9 points. It looks like, is that right? Gloria Brewer chimed in with 9. And then Louie Shook has come in with 8 points. She's hitting those little jumpers this evening. She's really good at those jumpers all around the paint. Julia Bookwalter has 4 points. And Ruddle has chimed in with 2. And so that is your totals. Again, it's Barnes with 12, Brewer with 9, Shook with 8, Bookwalter with 4, and Ruddle with 2. And that's 35 points, and Cats are right in line for what they want to be their average of 70 points a game. Cats doing right in line for that for this evening at 35-8. We are glad for you joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network as we broadcast live from right here in downtown Indianapolis at the storied Crispus Attucks Gym. Crispus Attucks, if you remember, Oscar Robertson, the incredible NBA player, Hall of Fame player, Oscar Robertson played right here at Crispus Attucks. And then also, as we were looking up, who else played here at Crispus Attucks? There were 2 more incredible players that played for the Harlem Globetrotters that graduated from right here. And if you know anything about the Harlem Globetrotters, they're a pretty good team. They always beat their opponent. That might be staged, might not be, but they are incredible basketball players, are the Harlem Globetrotters. 2 of them graduated from right here at Crispus Attucks. And then also, in the political sphere, Julia Carson, Congresswoman from the late 90s, early 2000s, and she passed away in 2007. Her grandson, Andre Carson, took over for her in Congress and has served there ever since, as he is now my congressman from right here in Indianapolis. So Julia Carson was a graduate of right here at Crispus Attucks as well. Just a couple minutes remaining, and hopefully the coach from Bishop Chatard graciously offered to get me some popcorn, but I'm not sure if they have any popcorn out there. He went out looking and came back with nothing, and so I'm not sure if he's going to find any out there or not. But that was certainly nice of him anyway to offer. But he is very impressed. By the way, Bishop Chatard, he was just very impressed with our girls as they played Bishop Chatard earlier this year in the Lady Mac. And so just very impressed. And if they'd had any room to be able to play us, he said they would have loved to have gotten us on the schedule. But certainly he's highly impressed with your homeschool Wildcats. And we would agree, they're a special team. He did say that the previous game, the opening night here for the Tigers, they beat Riverside by about 40. And so we have not played Riverside in a while just because of that lack of competition. So anyway, that is no popcorn. That's all right. Thank you for the offer. It was the thought. It was the thought that counted. No, nothing. Nothing at the concession stand tonight. All right. Well, we noticed as well that the price of the admission was a little higher than it normally is in other venues. Here it was almost $10 versus normally about $5. And so maybe that's where they got their concession money tonight. They just charged everybody twice.
They just charged them for it.
They did. So it was $10 to get in per person tonight. So you can get in without. Yes. So
I didn't know it was $10.
It was $10, and it was all online. You go online, you scan in, and all of that. So a lot of schools are going to that. Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to comment on that as to where the money goes. Oh my! But that's the coach from Bishop Chatard. And what's your name again?
Dan Wagner.
Dan Wagner, first year coach at Bishop Chatard for the ladies there at Bishop Chatard, and good team there. And they will be playing the Tigers here 1 week from tonight. Will the Bishop Chatard, and your mascot is the Bishop Chatard Trojans. The Trojans will be playing the Tigers right here 1 week from tonight. So if you want to pay $10 each person to come and see the Crispus Attucks team, no popcorn. Oh my. All right, third quarter about to be underway here. Cats lead by 27. That's the largest lead of the game. And Ruddle gets the ball to Bookwalter. Bookwalter back to Ruddle, top of the key. Ruddle tries to get it down low to Brewers. Good idea. And that's going to be a foul called on the Cats as number 1 goes down with the foul. That was not sure who they gave that to. Hopefully not Brewer. She already has 2. They gave it to Brewer. That's 3 on Brewer. And those have been easily given to other players that are around her. But so far given to Brewer. All right, number 10, that's Birch, swings it down to number 3, and it's off the rim, off the backboard, no good. Ruddle with the basketball, gets it up to Barnes. Barnes puts the ball on the court, on the floor, puts it up, and no good. She's fouled on the play. That's going to send Barnes on the line shooting 2. And right now for the Tigers, it is number 4, Kenter, number 23, Bullock, number 3, Woods, number 1, Vaughn, number 4, Kenter, and number 10, Birch. That's on the court for the Tigers. First one is up, and that was no good. 35-8. Barnes settles back in at the line and shoots. That one is up off the back rim, no good. Again, 35-8. Score stays the same. Birch gets it over to Woods. Woods, it's stolen away by Bookwalter, who gets it to Ruddle. Ruddle with the basketball. Going to come up across the timeline quickly. Dish it off to Bookwalter for 3. Boom! Count it for Bookwalter. 38-8. Cats with their largest lead of the game so far at 30. 7 minutes to go in the third. Woods with the basketball, stolen away by Shook. She just went up and got it. Shook gives it off to Barnes. Barnes stops, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. She'd like to have that one back. Barnes just looks dejected, like there was a board on the.
She did a good job.
Oh, she went all the way down. Let the defender go by her, but then just didn't get it to go in. But Brewer got the rebound and the bucket, so it's all okay. 40-8. Cats in the lead. And number 1 shoots the 3, no good. Rebounded by Barnes. That was Vaughn putting it up. It's almost stolen away, but Cats corral it. That's a foul there on the Tigers. It's going to be Wildcat basketball at the half line, and that's going to be the second team foul on the Tigers. 40-8. Cats in the lead by 32. Trying to get to their average of 70 if they can. Ruddle inbounds the ball to Shook. Shook with the basketball to Bookwalter. Thought about the 3. Gets it inside to Ruddle. Ruddle, little floater inside for 2. Nice bucket there by Ruddle. 42-8. If you're wondering, Rhea Garcia is on the bench. She must have an injury, and so that's too bad for Garcia. That's one of the subs that the Cats use regularly. 42-8. Cats in the lead by 34. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third. Bullock with the basketball. Bullock down to number 10, Birch. Birch back to Woods. Woods back out to Birch for 3. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. Brewer gets tripped from behind. That's normally a call you hear in soccer or football, but she was tripped from behind. Ended up sliding across the court on her belly. It's going to be Woodard coming in for Barnes. Barnes takes a seat. It's 42-8, 5 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the third. Bookwalter with the basketball. Bookwalter going to go left and look down low and gets it to Ruddle. Ruddle gets it inside to Woodard. Nice little spin move by Woodard. It's going to be out of bounds on the Tigers. Going to stay Wildcat basketball. And Tigers going to sub in number 12. New player checking in for the Tigers. That's number 12, Smith, checks in, and number 4, Kenter checks out for the Tigers. And get it into Bookwalter. Bookwalter top of the key. Stolen away by Woods, who goes up and lays it in for 2. And the scoring drought is over for the Tigers. It's 42-10. Cats in the lead by 32. Ruddle pulls up just past the free throw line. It's swatted out by Woodard, but gathered in by Bullock, who hands it off to Vaughn. Vaughn gets it over to Bullock and back out, and it's going to be out of bounds. They're trying to go to number 12, Smith. Smith was not quite ready for it, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. Shook's going to take a break, and Sarah Roscoe's going to check in for the Cats. And we have a referee with a shoe being tied. And hands the ball off. The Cats are going to need to help out the inbounder here as they're double teaming Roscoe. They get it into Brewer, high above the head, and Brewer crosses the timeline. Brewer drives inside the paint, but it's stolen away by the Tigers. That is number 3, Woods, on the steal. Tries to make it past Bookwalter. Bookwalter having none of it. Good defense there by Bookwalter. And shots no good by number 12, Smith, and rebounded by Sarah Roscoe. Stolen away by the Tigers. That's going to be a foul on Roscoe. She just a little bit extra as she was on the ground. Foul on 21, Sarah Roscoe. That's going to be the third team foul on the Cats. Getting a little bit sloppy out there for the Cats. Need to control the ball a little better. You're up by 32, but doesn't mean you shouldn't control the ball. And Birch with the left-hand dribble. Tries to get inside. Kicks it back out to Vaughn. Vaughn swings it over to Bullock. Bullock thought about and pulled back. Lost her defender, and it's complete air ball on the shot. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer with the left-hand dribble being guarded by Smith. They've decided to just double-team Brewer. That's going to be a foul on number 12, Smith. They've decided to double-team Brewer and try to shut Brewer down. And Cats are going to call a timeout. Coach sees what's going on there. He's going to adjust the offense a bit, I'm sure, to help out. And that's going to be a timeout call for the Wildcats. The score right now is 42-10. Cats in the lead by 32 with just over 4 minutes to go in the third. And we are thankful for you joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network.
They were triple-teaming.
Triple-teaming Brewer. It was a triple team there. They're going all in Brewer. So Coach will draw up something to either get her open or get somebody else. Let's get somebody else the ball. We have other shooters, and they could certainly make a difference here. All right, we're going to go back to our sponsors here. Hopefully we can make it through. We'll just go through all of them. It's just the names. Their American Senior Communities, Chicago's Pizza, DLZ Corporation, Distinctive Kitchen and Bath, Franklin Muffler, Brakes and More, Gaylor Electric, Greenwood Auto Tire, In His Hands Orphans Outreach. Am I hearing myself somewhere along the line? No, I'm hearing myself. In His Hands Orphans Outreach, Integrity Real Estate, JLP Electric, Meyer, NASCO Industries, Public Servants Prayer, Taylor University, Thai Spice and Thai Connection. Those are your sponsors for your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. We appreciate every one of them. For the game. 20 turnovers with the Tigers, and Cats and those 4 have come pretty recently here. 3-point shots no good by Bookwalter. Rebounded, slapped away by Brewer. Brewer tries to get it back. It's stolen back by Vaughn. For the Tigers, Birch with the basketball on the left side being guarded by Brewer. Birch tries to drive, does drive inside the lane, put it up and in for 2. Nice take there. That was a nice take there by Birch for the Tigers. 42-12, Cats lead by 30. Brewer outside the 3-point line. Little 2-point jumper, no good. Rebounded. Jump ball should be the call. It is. Jump ball call, and it's going to be Tigers basketball. Number 12, Smith with the tie-up. And she's going to get it into Woods. Woods coming up quickly up the court. Cats need to reset and get ready. She throws up the ball, no good. Rebounded by Ruddle, who taps it to Brewer. Brewer keeps her dribble on that far side. Nice play there by Brewer. Brewer double team. Get it to Bookwalter for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Sure looked good from here. Brewer for a deep 2. Good. A nice shot there by Brewer. 44-12. Cats lead by 32. Birch gives it back to Vaughn. Vaughn to come up the court, cross the timeline. Vaughn going to stop at the top of the key and throw up the 3 off the rim and the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Woodard, who hands it to Brewer. Gets it up to Ruddle. Ruddle up the court. And over to the left side to Roscoe. Roscoe goes inside the lane. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. And it's going to be a foul called on the play. Roscoe taking it down the baseline, and she was fouled on the play. 44-12. 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the third. That puts Sarah Roscoe on the line, shooting 2. First one is up off the front of the rim, no good. Need a little bit more arch on that one. She'll probably fix it on this shot. And Barnes and Shook check in for the Cats. And Ruddle and Bookwalter take a break. Roscoe also sits down. And looks like Woodard. So it's Shook, Brewer. And the second one's good by Roscoe. It's Brewer, Shook, Ruddle, Barnes, and Woodard for your Cats. Bullock with the basketball for the Tigers. Bullock being guarded by Brewer. Bullock tries to go between the legs. He pulls it back out. Gets it up top to Vaughn. Vaughn for 3. Bringing rain. No good. Rebounded by Shook, who gets it to Woodard. To Brewer. Brewer up front to Barnes. Barnes down low to Shook. Spinning. It puts it up, and it's good. Nice shot there by Shook to let the defender go by and then put up the the higher percentage shot. 47-12, Cats lead by 35. Shook, turning it on. It's 35 is the largest lead for the Cats. Vaughn puts up the jumper, no good. Rebounded. That should almost a travel, but Cats come away with the steal instead. Brewer with the basketball, being guarded by 2 Tigers. Oh, that's a foul. That is a foul. They call the foul. Coach Barnes is lobbying heavily over here as so it's a foul called. And that's going to be the fifth personal foul, or 5th team foul on the Tigers. And it's going to be a running clock now. 47-12. Cats get it into Brewer. And she's fouled again on the play. They're just hammering Brewer. They've just decided Brewer is their key, and they want to shut her down, and Brewer's getting hammered. Barnes runs down the ball. What's the rule on the running clock?
35 seconds. I'm sorry, 35 points.
35 points, okay. After halftime. And Cats lead by 35, so 47-12. Cats get it in. Oh, nice pass underneath to Roscoe, who puts it up and no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Good look inside by Barnes, and Roscoe, it was just not the greatest pass, and so she had to be off just a little bit on the shot. Birch for 3, no good. Rebounded by Louis Shook, who gets it to Barnes somehow, and out to Ruddle. Ruddle off to the races is Ruddle. And Ruddle loses her man, gets it up top to Barnes. Barnes is going to drive inside, put it up with the left hand, no good, but she's fouled on the play. That's going to put Barnes on the line shooting 2. And they are going to stop the clock under 30 seconds with 22.4.
So
the last minute is a stop. Yep. But the Cats up by 35, which makes the running clock. That's the rule here in the IHSAA. Barnes, first one's good. She remedied the last 2 and hit there. 48-12, Cats with their largest lead at 36. Barnes dribbles 3 times, sets and shoots. That one rims out and stolen away. No, it's not stolen away, but almost stolen away by the Cats. Cats pawing in there, pawing and clawing. Bullock with the basketball across the timeline. Bullock pulls back for 3. Almost got it stuck between the rim and the glass, which would actually be a jump ball. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Gonna get it to Barnes. Put it up. No good. What a bummer for Barnes. She wanted the buzzer beater there. 48-12. Cats lead by 36 at the end of 3. And again, that is a 36-point lead. And so that's going to mean as they come into the 4th quarter, it will be a running clock until they cut it under 35. If they do. And the announcer says, call your rides. It's time for them to be picked up. And so just a little different when you're playing in downtown Indianapolis here at Crispus Attucks. And playing against the Tigers here, the Crispus Attucks Tigers at the Ray Crow Court. And thank you for joining us here on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Wildcats are proud to be brought to you by American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. ASCCare.com. Chicago's Pizza, our story is told in every slice. ChicagosPizza.com. DLZ Corporation, award-winning with more than 100 years of architectural and engineering experience, serving the Midwest and beyond. DLZ.com. Distinctive Kitchen and Bath. Follow us on Instagram. Visit our Center Grove showroom or contact us at 317-201-8500. Franklin Muffler Brakes and More, your hometown car care center, and 99 Morton Street in Franklin, Indiana. Gaylor Electric. Reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, genuine care for people. It's all about reliability. Gaylor Electric. Greenwood Auto Tire, celebrating 40 years of service in Greenwood and Southport. AutoTireCare.com. Cats back to action here. It's tapped out of bounds by the Tigers. It is Wildcat basketball. And Gloria Brewer will inbound the basketball for your Cats and get it into Ruddle. Ruddle with the basketball. Ruddle crosses the timeline. She's being guarded by Kenter, and the little floater that Hannah Ruddle is famous for, she hits to get the Cats to 50 points. It's 50-12, 7 minutes, 27 seconds to go. And shot is no good. Rebound tapped, and it's gathered back in by Bullock, who puts it up. No good. And put it back up again. It's rebounded by Brewer, and that's going to be a foul as Brewer gets the rebound and gets fouled. And that's going to be Wildcat basketball, and it's going to be 1-1, it looks like, as we're in the bonus for the Cats. And it's going to be number 12, Gloria Brewer, on the line, shooting the front end of the 1-1 as there are 18 fouls. 8 as in 18 fouls, T-E-A-M. It sounded like I said 18 fouls. There's not. First one's good by Brewer. And Brewer. Oh, it's not running right now. During free throws, they shut it down. Okay, very good. All right, and the second one's good as well. 52-12. Cats lead by 40. And number 4 pulls up for a deep 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer going to come up. Look for Emma Barnes underneath. She puts it up and in and fouled on the play. Sorry, Emma, I missed that on the video. But you got the description. All right, so it is Emma Barnes on the line shooting 1-1. Or, sorry, that'll be... She made it, so just 1. And so that's going to be the old-fashioned 3-point play if she can make it. Settles and shoots. That's good. Nothing but net. That is the old-fashioned 3-point play from Emma Barnes. Having a night here tonight. And really feeling it. Topping that 1,000-point mark did Emma Barnes this evening. And Tigers come up the court. Tigers going to go drive the baseline. And it's stolen away by Barnes. Nice hands there by Barnes. Tries to get it to Shook, up to Ruddle. Ruddle stops at the 3-point and gives it to Brewer underneath with the reverse. It's in. Count the bucket. And that's 2 more for Brewer. And she's going to go to the line to try the old-fashioned 3-point play. And it's going to be... You're going to call for subs because it's only 1 shot. So Barnes takes a break, as does Ruddle. And Woodard checks in for the Cats, as does Sarah Roscoe. And so it's Roscoe, Bookwalter, Brewer, Shook, and Woodard for the Cats. Brewer finishes off that 3-point play. It's 58-12, 5 minutes, 53 seconds to go on the running clock. Bookwalter on defense, tapped by Brewer. It's going to be out of bounds. And no shot. It is going to be a foul on the Tigers. No shot. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. That's an offensive foul on the Tigers. And it's going to be Wildcat basketball. And they're going to do a little bit of a conference here as the offensive foul was called over the back, and so that's over the back was called, and so now we're waiting to see it. Oh, they're wondering if they're going to be able to do shots, free throws. They're seeing if they're going to do free throws, I think, is the question. So it will. So Coach Dan Wagner with Bishop Chatard says likely no shots, but we'll see here. Their conference on it. She didn't quite have possession, but she was fouled, so we'll see.
That's what the debate is.
Yeah, that is okay. Right. So, and they're still debating it, and it is 58-12. Cats in the lead by 46. And the call is going to be...
The right call.
Shooting is going to be the right call? All right, so shooting's the right call. But my guess is, Coach Wagner, you've had them not go the right call before.
You know what has happened?
What we estimate as the right call, it doesn't always get called that way. And the right call is made in the estimation of the referee and Coach Wagner. It's 58-12, Cats in the lead, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. It's double bonus. That's going to put Woodard on the line, Hollywood on the line, shooting 2. Settles and shoots, and nothing but net for Holly Woodard. And that puts her on the board, actually. That's her first point of the evening, 59-12. Woodard settles back in at the line. And it's up, and that one's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by the Tigers, but they give it back to Woodard. Woodard over to Bookwalter. She's going to pull back, try to get it. They tried to go underneath, but, that might have been a travel. Might have been a travel, but it's going to be Tiger basketball nonetheless. And the clock is continuing to run. In the mercy rule, it's 59-14. Cats lead by 45. And Tigers get it in. And, they're going to call a foul on Roscoe. She looked like she had all ball on that one. She's like, I think I had all ball, but, oh boy. So Roscoe called for the foul on that one. Yes. Hey, we are in the home gym. That's, you got to give it when they're down by 45, you give them a foul. So that might be, is that three? Three coming. 3 shots coming. First one is good by number 4, Kenter. Kenter settles in for the second of 3. And that one's good as well. Mariah Kenter. Second one good. So that's 59-16. Kenter settles. Dribbles a couple times and now shoots, and that was good too. She made all 3 of them. She earned her 3 from the line, that's for sure. It was a two-handed shot, but she was money every single time. So 59-17. Not sure who called the timeout here. It looks like it was the Tigers have called the timeout. 59-17, and Cats in the lead by 42. We'll give you the rest of our sponsors here. In His Hands Orphans Outreach, changing the lives of orphans, inhishands.org. Integrity Real Estate, making your real estate goals a slam dunk, realintegrity.com. JLP Electric, find us on Facebook. 20 years of electrician experience ready to serve you, JLP Electric. Meyer Groceries and More. Check out the Meyer app today or visit us at Meyer.com. NASCO Industries Incorporated, protective outerwear solutions made in the USA, NASCOinc.com. Public Servant's Prayer, providing prayer and pastoral care in the political arena. Follow us on social media for prayer updates or online at thepsp.org. Taylor University, academic excellence dedicated to truth. Visit taylor.edu. And Thai Spice and Thai Connection, visit Thai Spice in Indianapolis or Thai Connection in Columbus for authentic Thai cuisine. Wildcat basketball, they come up in the backcourt. Bookwalter gives it over to Shook. Bounce pass back to Bookwalter. The floater is in. Nice play there by the Cats. A little give and go. 61-17. Cats extend that lead. 4 minutes, 35. That's going to be a charge as well. That's an offensive foul again against a moving screen. That's the offensive foul again on the Tigers. And trying to cut down on the possible injuries there are the referees. And Brewer to inbound the basketball. Brewer gets it into Roscoe. Roscoe comes up the court. Roscoe, quick dribble down inside, gets it outside to Brewer. Brewer, a long 2, it's good. Nothing but net. Brewer, from about 15 feet out, hits. 63-17, 4 minutes to go. And number 4, Kenter, tries to get it inside. It's stolen away by Bookwalter. Bookwalter with the basketball. Slows it down for the Cats. 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go. And outside to Brewer for 3. Offline, no good. Rebounded by number 22, Carson, who's checked in. And it's a scrap, and that's going to be a foul on Woodard, probably. A little bit too much contact there. She dove for the ball. It is on Woodard. That's going to be her third personal foul, and that's the 5th team foul for the Cats. And Ruddle and Roscoe going to check in for the Cats. Bookwalter, Brewer going to check out for the Cats. Oh, is that Katie Roscoe checks in? Well, she had to sit out the last part of that JV game, but she's back out on the court now. Must be feeling better. So that's good. Glad to see Katie Roscoe back out. Almost stolen away by Ruddle. It is, again, almost stolen away by Ruddle. And the Tigers having trouble grabbing the handle on it. And they get it in, trying to get it inside. They do get it inside. if I remember from earlier, her name is Turner. Oh, she just turned around and pushed her. Oh, my goodness. Just pushed her with a two-handed push. And that's a deep three ball, no good. Rebounded by Shook. And the pirouette gets it to Woodard. Outside to Katie Roscoe for three, no good. Rebound is the scrum underneath, and that's going to be Wildcat basketball off of the Tigers. And it's going to be Ruddle. We just would rather the girls not get hurt in the last 2.5 minutes here, so hopefully no injuries here as we finish up this game. 63-17. Ruddle with the basketball. Ruddle gets it over to Roscoe. That's Sarah Roscoe for three, no good. Rebounded by number 11, Kita. I think it's just it's a jump ball call, and it's going to be Tigers basketball. And number two. Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining us so much. We appreciate you being here, Coach Wagner. Thank you. Yep. Good luck to you guys as well on your season.
Likewise.
Thanks so much.
Yep. Nobody gets hurt here.
We don't only last minute and a half. Let's not get hurt.
Hasn't been pretty.
No, it's not. That's true. See you later. Thank you, Coach. Smith is out of bounds on Roscoe. It's going to be Tigers basketball. 63-17. Cats lead by 46. They get it inside to Turner. Turner looking to get it stolen away by Roscoe. Roscoe up the court. She's being trailed by two, and she needs to be real careful there. And he missed it. She was out of bounds. He was watching the other play. She was out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds and threw it back in. No good on the three. It's a scrappy. This game can't get over fast enough for me. Let's finish it up so nobody gets hurt and we can go home. 63-17. Running clock. Ruddle to inbound the basketball. And Ruddle, he looking, gets it into the Tigers, actually. Tigers with the basketball. Not sure who that was going to. Out of bounds is going to be Wildcat basketball. She just dribbled it out of bounds. 37 seconds left. It's 63-17. And Cats with a 46-point lead. Probably is going to end it here. We'll see. Ruddle has 10 seconds to bring it up. 24 seconds remaining in the game. Ruddle crossed the timeline with a pass to Roscoe. To Shook for two. Boom! Hey, she hit the little two-pointer. 65-17. Cats trying to get closer to that 70-point average. And the Tigers have the basketball. It's going to be Cats leading by 48. Stolen away by Roscoe, who gets it to her sister Roscoe, who's going to pull up and pull it back. Wise play there by the Cats. And that's going to do it. And the Cats come away with a win here at Crispus Attucks High School against the Tigers at Ray Crow Court. And they are going to do the high fives. A lot of COVID restrictions here in the game, but including social distancing on the seats. But it is 65-17. 10 minutes to clear out the gym. So Coach Roscoe is going to have to cut his long sermon short at the end of the game here. 65-17. Cats win by 48 here tonight. So we thank you for joining us here on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. We will give you your totals here as Coach Barnes has totaled them up for us. Leading all scorers, number 12, Gloria Brewer with 20. Number 3, Barnes, next up with 16. That's her season high. And once again, by way of note, she only needed 12 to hit that 1,000 career point mark. So congratulations to Emma Barnes for hitting 1,000 points in her Wildcats career. After the number 16 by Barnes, number 14, Louis Shook, turns in 12 for the night. That may be her season high as well for Louis Shook. And Bookwalter turns in 9. Ruddle with 6. Roscoe with 1. That's Sarah Roscoe with 1, and Woodard with 1. Injured on the night is Garcia. Hopefully she comes back quickly. The Cats certainly need her off the bench. For Miriam Barnes, our statistician, Shelley Dove, our producer, this is Matt Barnes saying thank you for joining us here on the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, the WBN. So long for now, and we'll see you on Friday night. Thanks so much, everyone.